turn that on. Don't know. Didn't touch anything. Just I was busy chatting, and my screen just Streamlabs just went. Think I might have a slightly dodgy USB connection somewhere, but I would love to say that I nudged it and it wiggled or something, but it just went. Looking at the delayed stream on my second monitor over here, it are we actually? Hang on a second. I'm getting paranoid about this over here now. Come on. Is this does appear good? Sorry, I'm looking over my second screen and that's frozen. I'm going, oh my god, it's gone again. Yes, hopefully this will last longer. I've got the game up and running still, so we're just going to go straight in with where we were. But yeah, that was don't know. Just do not know. We can call this back up. That's where we were, wasn't it? Yes. Hi, Damir. Good to have you along. So yes, I don't know what happened. I really do not know what happened, but we are up. Hopefully everybody that was here before will be here again pretty soon. So anyway, where were we? We were having a look at this map. So yeah, that was the start square. I was going to pull back and show the map as a whole. It's the first time I've seen it as okay. First time I've seen it in full screen. And let's have a little look. All of these maps, I'm seeing them for the first time, as you are. Okay. We've got a mountain, and we've got flat land, and we've got water. Okay. We've got resources. Resources are strong. I don't think we can argue about that. And it's definitely a lot of them in the 25 tiles, so that's a double bonus. Sunset Harbour, you have Sunset Harbour. You've got all of the little fishes. Well done for that. I should call this up. There you go. There you go. Right, I'll do it finishing at the same time. I can't stop that one. Okay, let's have a little look at the shipping routes. And shipping routes, we've got one that comes in and does the full turn in the harbour. Gets right up pretty close as well to the start square. So I'm going to give some credit for that. Got a bit of a crisscross going on. Definitely some shipping clipping going on there as well. The air routes on the other side of it, though, I think they've had some fun with this. This comes in fine. And then we get down here and we've got planes that are going to be doing some crazy stuff there. I'm sure that was done on purpose. There has to be. It has to be. Just having a bit of a laugh. Which is good. Good. Right, so right, let me come out of here. I'll catch up with the chat in a moment. I see a comment from you, Dolomite. We'll have a chat about that in a moment. So right, let's well, we haven't done this in full Technicolor. There we go. In full Technicolor. That is the map. So from up here, it's a bit, isn't it? I think that's the polite phrase. Doesn't mean anything because top down isn't how maps are supposed to be seen. They're supposed to be seen from the ground or closer to the ground anyway. So, wow, that's one heck of a mountain, isn't it? So anyway, this theme is made by the creator of this map. I think they've done an interesting job. Oh, hang on. No, we are used. Sorry, we've got the simulation running. We have got simulation running. Yeah, they've done a. You'll see the. It looks vanilla in the cliff textures, especially. But the fertile and the way it transitions into forestry, that doesn't look vanilla to me. So I'll give some credit there. Got some rock work. It's bold. It's very bold. We've got some drowned trees. Yes, they've got their scuba gear on. Look at, wow. I think this river is probably a little deeper than the creator intended it to be. That's all I can assume. We've got... The bridge is struggling just a little bit with the weight of water underneath. And... I mean, it's fantastical, isn't it? I kind of like... I'm not saying I like... I'm saying I kind of like the idea on this. Might steal it. Big strong river, fantastical cliff just there. I don't think I'd have the bridge running across, and it is a bit clunky when it comes down the ground. But I kind of like this concept with a big strong river and then just a thin like wedge of land just keeping the river held back in. Kind of like the idea. Again, it's not polished, but ideas goes, you know, it's half the way to becoming a good creator. I'm thinking of you, Random 5, right now. Some of your ideas, and you have come halfway to becoming a good creator. Just halfway. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. Yeah, we've got some very bold rock work on this map, and okay, the trees underneath the road makes it a little bit hard for us to see what's going on there, but we just have to assume they're not there, because again, 100% vanilla map, we should really be able to see them, but I do want to know if they're under there, and it's the quickest and easiest way to find out. This river does find its way up into the mountains. Look at the rail. Just, I mean, can we just appreciate the rail for the magnificence that the rail is? It's just superb. Let's give them some credit. They did manage to get it through without clipping. We've got jinky jankies and slightly beyond the gradient for realism, but this, anybody tells me this is a realistic map, I would laugh at you. So this is a fantastical map. You can get away with a degree of fantastical rail. There's stuff about this map I like. There's stuff about this map I don't like. But the stuff about this map I do. I like the idea in this map. It's strong. It's bold. We've got this river which is just doing... where was that flooding? Yeah, this is... because when we look at this bit here, it just... You can see where the depth of the river is there. Well, maybe this was intended. It does look shaped. I just would like, if that's going to be the case, some of these shark's teeth just to be cleaned up. Or just elevated slightly. Thanks, motorbike. Just elevated slightly just to make it more islandy. And again, we've got the trees over here which are in the water. Again, that could work for wetlands, but it just doesn't quite work for wetlands. Clearly a new creator. That's absolutely fine by me. They've had a really good go at a really bold map. Everybody on board with what I'm saying about the good stuff on this map? I mean, because this is... I mean, if I'm rating this one, I'm giving it 2 stars. But I'm seeing a lot of stuff in this that I really like. I mean, I might even vote it 3 if I had to give it a viewer's choice rating. I might even push it into 3 just because I like the idea. I like the efforts that have gone into. The thing is, we have got huge chunks of this. I mean, that is kilometers of nothingness. And so, but where the work's been done, I like. I mean, over here as well. I mean, look, what is what? Brilliant. Right, let's have a little look at the chat. See if you guys are on board with me on this one. Oh, don't you do a screenshot of my face, Random. Nobody needs that. The one thing that's guaranteed, if you do a screenshot of my face and turn it into a map, 1 star for aesthetics. Fact. Just all you're getting. All right, and you need a lot of thicket as well. Right, so we've got right. It was Dolomite. Heard you say there can be an issue with different versions of Tree Anarchy. Right, you're confused. Right, so Tree Anarchy, you've got. We're transitioning between the two versions. The old version, which was the unlimited tree mod with your tree lod fix, with random tree rotation, all the ancillary mods that you had with the unlimited trees to be able to make your forest look good and deep and beyond the limitations of the game. So that was the old version, and now we have the new version, which is Tree Anarchy, where you don't it's just incompatible with the old tree lod fix, etc, etc. So you've got one and you've got the other. If you've got a map that's I try to remember which way round this goes. If you've got a map that's made with Tree Anarchy, it won't work with the unlimited tree mod. That's the right way around, isn't it? It's not the other way around. And so it's just that, but what, you know, if a map's been made with one, it's not compatible with the other, and it's just helpful to be told if one's being used. I mean, if neither one has been used, or if, of course, if you're underneath the tree limit, it doesn't matter. But if one's being used, it needs to be declared, because, you know, you might automatically use, let's say it's been made with Tree Anarchy, but it's only got 50,000 trees, and then you try and use the unlimited tree mod because you are old school. We should be moving forwards, but you're old school. You use the unlimited tree mod, then your game might be broken. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about with the compatibility between Tree Anarchies. Anyways, where we go? Bit early for the witching hour, absolutely. Yes, prop and Tree Anarchy, definitely. Well, not necessarily, Damir, with the prop and Tree Anarchy, because if you let me. Right, I'm going to put a road. Actually, I've got to be in the start square, because unless I unlock everything, where's the start square? Somebody show me. Here's the start square. Right, so we've got lots of foliage down here. I'm going to there we go. Let's go with a big wide road through all of this. Right. Oh, that's I've got the Anarchy on here myself, but by putting the road down over there, let's switch Anarchy off. It's been a while since I've done anything fancy like this, but there we go. Tree Anarchy off. Right. Now, if I pop that, there you go. So, what we've now got is the road over. Now, if this was the creator building the map, they put down the road over the trees. And if I remove the road now, you'd expect those trees to be gone, but they are still there. They still live underneath the road. And what I do with the settings when I load in the map is I show the trees under the roads, so they show through the roads if they are there. And that suits for detailers, so that if you've got detailing and you want your trees to be showing, or your grasses to be showing through your railways, you can. And it also means that we're able to see how many trees are hiding and taken away from the tree count. Anyway, boom. I think we're done. I think we're done with this map. It's surprisingly surprising. There we go. I like that enough. I like that enough. Right, let me throw us back to that screen so you don't have to watch me go through the process of shutting down the game. Quit to desktop. And we'll launch the game again. Okay. Yes, BonBonBingo. Link is in the description, as always. Right, game 3. Map 3 of 3 will be up in a moment. Let me have a quick look, see what notes I've got on map 3 of 3. Right, map 3 of 3. I made a note that I suspect just from the name of the map, only from the name of the map, doesn't mean anything, because we had one a couple of weeks ago where I said, oh, from the name of this map, this might be a stolen map. Re-upped with, for their own personal usage. And just from the name of this map alone, there's a possibility that this is an old map, and I mean a very old map, re-upped, or it might just be somebody who's used it, and it is a very generic but translated name. I'll check the language in a moment. It is a very generic name that has that they've used, so it could just be like, for example, let's say if it was like High Mountains as the name of the map, and there's a very famous map on the workshop called High Mountains. It can happen. It can happen. Right, let's have a look. Anyway, so we've... What am I looking for here? Because it's in foreign. And I'm really good with foreign. That is that one there, definitely. Let me just check the same creator name. Same creator name. Right, okay, this one, having said everything, it might be a stolen map, but there's no resources on it. So I am actively expecting this map to be a little bit okay, ordinary. Be ordinary. Vanilla tropical theme, and we will be using the realistic 1.2 LUT once it's loaded in. Right, I will share the screen with you in just a moment, assuming. There we go. Boom, boom. That'll do. Let me call up my notes. So this particular map, it's the creator appears to be from Japan, or at least speaks Japanese. The name potentially is it's very generic, but it's the name of a map that I recognise, so it's generic, but who knows. Then it has no subscribers. This is my first map, and that's it. I think that's all I've got. That's all I've got on this. So yeah, not expecting anything from this really at all. This one was just after the first two maps, which were potentially good maps. This one, there's nothing to indicate it's going to be anything at all, but maybe it will be. I'm expecting it to be very flat. I was joking about mountains. The name of the map in Japanese translated indicates it's probably a bit featureless. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know, and you don't know. Right, okay. Anything going on in the chat? First time I found out how to elevate a road and rail, everything was in the air. Yes. Yeah. These things are... Oh, I really was not expecting to be greeted by that. I was expecting to be greeted by flat, green, fertile land. Hi to everybody who's watching, who's not commented in the chat. If you can, if you could just say hi in the chat, just so I know who's here. Just like one of those watching. You know, if it's the IRS or what do we have over the HMRC. It's not monetized, this channel, not at all. Just kidding. Anyway, I was genuinely expecting this to be just flat green land with maybe a gouged river running through the middle of it. If this is a gouged river, it's a wide gouged river. It's yeah, looks like we're all going to get our trunks on for this one. Quite right. Oh, Simon, you are wit above. Didn't we know it? Eh? Didn't we know? Right. Okay. Let's. Oh, hang on. No. I can do better than that, can't I? Where are we? And I think there we are. This is more like it. There's our start square. Loads of buildable space there. No arguments about shipping routes. I can see a shipping route going on there. It's a late game Bondocalypse now. think it is. Anyway, I have nothing to say about the start square. I think it's absolutely perfect. In fact, if we were to zoom right in, I think this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Not sure what's going on with the flying boat there, but this is beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, let's pull the camera right the way back and see what we got to play with. Well, I don't think I was far wrong from saying it would be perfectly flat with a gouged river. But just about anything that could go wrong with this map appears to have gone wrong with this map. Hang on. Bingo now. Thank you. Thank you, sound effects. Right, we've got to do all of this stuff, haven't we? It's perfectly flat, which would definitely fit with the map's name. Resources, we knew there were no resources, so I don't even know why I did that, just out of habit. Sunset Harbour, if you've got Sunset Harbour, we have all of the little fishes. Huzzah! That's about as exciting as life can get. And shipping routes. Oh, ow. Okay. 3 air routes that are doing a formation. We have a shipping route here. Bit of a sharp turning here. Okay, shall we take a... Okay, place your bets now. Is it going to go left or is it going to go right? From our viewpoint. Left or right? Come on, come on. This is exciting. As exciting as Cities Skylines comes. Oh, man. Are we hanging? Are we hanging? Are we hanging? This is the moment of truth. We'll come back later. Okay. No, I wouldn't do that to you. I would not do that to you. It looks like, yes, it's turning down the channel. Of course, that would be a very, very sharp turn. If so, yeah, there's that. Shipping routes manages to avoid going cross country. We have no shipping triangles, sadly. A little bit of a ridge on the water there. It is early game, so maybe that'll sort itself out. And we need to have a little look at water flow in the start square, because we know we have got water. We've got water in the start square. Oh yes, and it is moving. It's moving. Look at the directions. We've got a spawn point here, maybe. That would be... Oh, man. They're... Oh, wow. I'm more and more surprised by this map. More and more surprised. Let's go and have a little look at the outside connections. This falls a little bit short of the start square. This falls a little bit short of the start square. And over here, matching up over this side, this falls a little bit short of the start square, as does this fall a little bit short of the start square. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Again, let's not be harsh, because this creator might be new to the game, maybe a youngster, might be your own mother, could be somebody with learning difficulties, etc. So let's make sure we just appreciate the wide shipping channel. There you go. That's a very... Just would have liked the start square not to have been entirely underwater. You know, just a hint of land would be nice. You know, you could start with a harbour using the unlock all, and then yeah, that would work. But sadly, a little bit of a fail on this one. Sad to say. Anyway, right. Let's head back out of here and back out of here and go back to you. Let's have a little, well, I'll shut the game down first of all before I check up on the chat, see what's going on. Then you'd have to wait less time whilst the game restarts. We have a look at the next map. I've got 6 maps shortlisted this week. So we've still got potential. We've still got potential. But that one was, I was expecting that one to either be a stolen map or just be very ordinary. It was just very ordinary in a very different way. This is entertainment you won't get on any other channel. For good reason. Right, okay, we are coming up to the Paradox logo, and then we'll be back at the main screen. I will find our next contender. Come on game. Don't tell me you're not responding. I know you're not responding. Might have to do a... Oh, hello. No, we're there. We are there. Come on game. Be nice to me. Excuse me. I'll take this opportunity. I'll take this opportunity to do this, actually. How about that one? Oh, did that not work? What about this one? Is none of these working? Apparently not. Apparently the ads don't work in the hex screen. Maybe it's got to be on the game screen. I can't go to the game screen because now we can. Right. So new game. What's next on my list of suspicious maps? Real life location. This should be an absolute joy. Excellent. Another map that's got a real life location with a future date on it. Although this one's not so far set into the future. It's the Vanilla Boreal theme. We've got fairly reasonable resources listed. And click start. I will share the screen with you in just a moment. Right, so we are good. Okay, let me tell you what I know on this map before we get started, before we see it. It's I would say it's a Chinese creator, given the name. So yeah, but the name's in English characters. But yeah, I'm guessing Chinese and slightly futuristic, just slightly into the future, this one. We've got, this is their third map, and one of their previous maps has been on this series before. We've seen this creator before. Let's see if they've improved, because the first map was nothing to report, basically, I feel. And this map had 2 subscribers before I subscribed to it, so I guess that's good. It's not just him, or her. It was somebody as well. Name is... I couldn't tell you. I was about to say that I thought it was a male name, but the more I look at it, the more I'm unsure. So we'll just say this creator. Him or her, or whichever they would like to be. I don't care. Doesn't affect me. Oh, hello. Oh, let's have a quick look in the chat. Where are we going? We had a few guesses. We had lefts and rights. I guess everybody was right, because depending on from our viewpoint, it went right. From the captain's viewpoint, it went left. So, well done, everybody. Hang on. Special effects time. Well done, everybody. You're all amazing. Every last one of you. All right. What we got here? As an the advert for Roundtree's Random said, "What the crocodile hat was that?" Yeah, that's a weird advert, but it was Randoms, wasn't it? Obviously, the start of something the creator has in their mind. Yeah, it's yeah, indeed. Confused to figure out how to do the water spawn points and do not move the start square. Yeah, we're all allowed to be confused. That's true. Probably 81 tiles unlock everything player. That's also true. It could be exactly that. Stupid question. When you use the CS map generator, what's the best value for a waterside slope? Hang on. When you use the CS map generator, what you mean the map editor? What's the best? The best value is whatever is best for your map. It's I can give you what I expect of water's edges in the south of England to be, and then you can say, well, actually no, I'm trying to recreate something somewhere else in the world, and they'll have different, there are all sorts of differences. Whatever works best for you, and you might go for realism and find it just doesn't quite look right, and then you have to exaggerate or soften realism to make it work. So there's no right answer to that. If you can see this, something is broke, but only for a fraction of a second. Yeah, that's whenever I load in the game screen. It's just that's the background image that sits behind the video feed, and therefore as it loads the video feed in, it shows you that. But if the video feed goes down, then you're sat facing a screen that says something's broke, which is true. And as you'll be able to see it and I won't, somebody in the comments will be shouting it out, and I'll go, oh crap, the stream's broken again. Okay, anyway, where were we? I have no idea. We were looking at, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of this. Come on. Presets, what map, load. Boom. Right, so my first instinct without moving anything. I'm going to move my water bottle. I can't quite see the corner of the screen. Okay. There's some potential here, you know. There's some potential. The river looks slightly underfilled. This is haven't done the spiel. I always got to do the spiel on every single map. It could be a young creator. It could be somebody learning difficulties. It could be somebody making their first map. It could be somebody who was drunk. It could be your own mother. We're going to be nice in the comments. And I would say we can start off by saying, oh, the river seems a bit underfilled. Yes, it does seem a bit underfilled. But I'm looking at this bridge here, just off the edge of the map. I think there's potential. We've not done a big old climb up at a 45-degree angle to get across the bridge. I think there's some potential there. Also, the mottling effect. It says to me something's been done here. I'm wondering whether, though. I want to just check the resources there. It's fertile. It's been done with fertile. So it's not forestry. I thought for a minute that might be forestry, but missing trees, and we've got a problem. But no, it's fertile. Hey ho. Right. So start square top down. Real life location again. So it is what it is. What it is. We've got a couple of missing connections. This missing connection suggests to me there might be a custom bridge. Again, I'm not looking into loading screen mod to see if there's anything missing. These things should be listed in the requirements, and if they don't turn up in the requirements, then excuse me, you're going to be loading up a map that's broken, or half finished. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be putting all the way back. Right, so here's your real life location map. A few ring roads in there. Pull the camera. I'll have to set it about there, I think. Let's do the usual. It's pretty much perfectly flat. We've got a little dip off here. We've got a hill over here. Seems coastal. I don't know this location. I'm not a massively knowledgeable person on Chinese geography, but this is that. Resources are subtle. I don't mind that. It just adds a little bit of texture to the map. They've done a really subtle job, especially with the fertile. Sunset Harbour. If you've got Sunset Harbour, We are very shy on water by the looks of it. Just a little bit down here, a little bit there, and tuna in the rivers. Because let's check for air routes. We have a couple of air routes, like in this little connector thing here. I mean, it's a really good idea, except for if a plane starts up here and wants to come to here, it's having to do a really sharp U-ey right there. But in terms of switching over from one line to the other, I like the idea. It's a nicely thought out, if badly thought out idea, you know. Oh, we seem to have some. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Water flow in the start square. Let's do that. Where's said start square? I've lost the start square. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Well, the water is flowing. It's not the widest, but it does look. It's got a bit of depth to it. You might get away with a pump and draw game. Might. Have we got spawn points? That would be the thing. I don't think we have, but we'll also have a... Didn't think we had last time, and wow, how wrong was I? No, it's just this one up here, feeding the entire river network there, and one up here. I think it might struggle to support a pump and draw game. But Detailers build. Come on, get in there. Detailers build. Right. So let's oh, what am I doing here? That's this. And so so yeah, we've got all these ring roads with plopped intersections. I'm saying these are plopped. These are definitely workshop intersections. I think I'm going to say with a moderate amount of confidence here that there's stuff missing on this map. As if they've got the know-how to download workshop intersections. That's another one of that one. Oh, blimey, can't see. This is yeah, right underneath there. But that's another, looks to me like a workshop plopped intersection. That as well. If they've got the confidence to do this, I'm thinking that we probably are missing like maybe some custom bridges, maybe. Don't know so much about there. Well, there's a likelihood that there's, if I was to look in the loading screen report, there might be stuff missing. But it's good to see somebody with the confidence to do some plopped. It's the first time on this series we've seen some plopped intersections. How many layers? Oh, six layers. What more have we got? Now the water down here, the water in Mallorca. We have a slight problem with the water. Okay, this is clearly sea or big lake. I'm gonna guess sea. The only source of water down here is what's coming out of the river. And it's never going to fill it because water's just going to keep pouring off the side of the map there. This little area, they've gone to... Hang on. There you go. There's evidence of custom assets. We have evidence of custom assets. What's this stone here? The gold stone. That one is the Ronix's Coastal Rock. Right, so yeah, if you don't list your assets, I mean, crikey knows. I say crikey. I was going to say the take the Lord's name in vain. I'm only going to upset somebody if I do that. But crikey's name, yeah, crikey knows how many missing things there are on this map. We've evidence that it's not just workshop intersections. But yeah, we because we've got the level of this is clearly meant to be tree level here. So maybe the there we go. Maybe the coast is supposed to come in at this level. Maybe. Come on. About there. What do we think? Let's start simulation up. Right, and then we'll turn that off. So maybe the coast is meant to look a bit like that. We do still have got a few drowned trees down here, but I suspect that's what we're supposed to be looking at. But yeah, I think there's stuff missing. What do you guys think? I will just slow the simulation down because I can't control the camera at this speed. Right, let's have a little look in the chat. Ooh, what have I missed? We've missed not too much this time. But a patchy resource can be seen. I'm not going there this time. You cannot provoke me every single time. Had is here. Had, hi Had. So long since you watched the CS stream. I am pretty reasonable. Bit tired. I've had a very trying last week with family illness. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of running around and so on. Jeff, is the ocean dry? Yeah, sea level was set too low, Jeff. I've just put that right. Of course, if you wish to play the game yourself, play the map yourself, and I encourage you, if you like it, to do so. This was pretty reasonable. Do you know what? I really want to know. I'm going to leave you with this screen whilst I try and find. There we go. It's that, and then we've got this. I'm going into loading screen reports. I want to know how much we're missing, if anything. That one, this one, through all the menus. There it is. Open with that. Right, okay, so the following items are used in this city. The only one that's missing actually is the arid boulder number 4. We've got breakwater rocks, wet, Ronix's coastal rocks 1 and 3, surface rock water friendly, generic tree large 1, lantana maybe, live oak tree, Norfolk Island pine, oak tree, tall grass and tall grass cluster. So, well, at least we know we're not actually missing that much from the map, which is good news, I guess. Right, so you know what, we're slightly above standard on the maps that we've seen so far this week. Usually they're way below the standards that we're seeing, which is good. Possibly Tree Anarchy, we got the wrong one there, random. Yep, can't know for sure, cannot know. Hi Bullet, good to have you along. Right, let me shut down the game and we will jump into a map number 5, I think. I'm losing track. Let me have a quick look at my list. Yes, we've got 2 more on my list of maps to do. And the time is, yeah, we've got time to do both of those. Yes, do it. Let's do it. As Victoria Wood once said, just don't give me a woman's weekly, because a lot of the people of the world won't know what the heck I'm talking about. Yes, weekly. It's a publication for ladies to read whilst they're doing the housework, or instead of doing housework. Bless them. Right, we're just at the big white screen that doesn't respond whilst all the mods are loading in. And we are nearly there. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's... I haven't done one of these yet. Let's do one of those. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good evening or good morning, depending on where you are in the world and what time it be. Come on. Excellent. Right, new game. Now, next up, it's one of those absolute thrilling things that has absolutely... I have zero confidence in this being any good whatsoever. But that doesn't mean that it won't be. Let me make sure I get the right creator here. Not that one. This one. And then that's the last one. Right, okay, we've got vanilla temperate theme. We've got fairly high quantities of fertile and forestry. Barely any water, apparently. And we will start the simulation. Right, so whilst that is doing its thing, again, looks like a Chinese creator. We have got a lot of Chinese, 4 Chinese creators this week, so that's quite a few. Bring that up. Are we? We are good. Yeah, this map is new map, inspired, so good. New map. At the time that I subscribed, there were no subscribers. It's a my first map, and that's it. So I have zero confidence in this being anything at all. I want to be proven wrong. I'd love to be proven wrong. This might just be the best map ever. Somebody takes the time to open that map editor, you've no idea what you're going to get from them. They might have been working on it for 3 years. They might have been. Or they might be an 8-year-old newbie making the first map. Might be a drunk person with learning difficulties. It might be my own mother before she went into hospital. Yeah, it's just be kind in the comments. It's all we ask. All we ask. Right, let's have a little look. So, the Woman's Weekly, yes. Yes. What was the other line from that Victoria Wood song? The Hostess Trolley. You got one of those as well there. Who was that? That was I've lost. Who said they had one of those? Anyway, yeah, the Hostess Trolley's the great line anyway. Simon, I've seen they've changed the layout of Facebook again. Put notifications and messages back to the top right of the page rather than down the left. Yeah, they keep messing around with it, and they keep messing around with all the group pages, and it's just a nightmare. There used to be, if you message me via Facebook, it used to be I'd know instantly. Now it's just amongst a whole pile of sub menus, and it might get put as a notification to me on my personal profile, or it might just get lost until I log in, and then it's sort of like, oh blimey, somebody messaged me a week ago. It's not helpful. They almost had the system right a couple of years ago, but hey ho. Created one for Hobart, fishing gameplay, nothing in years as well, indeed. Maybe it was Howard Jones who had a hit in the 1980s with New Song. Oh, what a great I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to it was so good. Howard Jones, massively underrated. Massively underrated. What a great song that was. Anyway, let's... I'm getting attacked by a flitty thing. Go away. Leave me alone. Right. Right. Let's have a little look. let that down, let that down, let that down. Go in, preset, what map, low preset, a little bit brighter. Stop flitting around. Please. Oh, land on my screen. Please, land on my screen. There's lots of other places you can go and land. Can you just not land in my corner? Thank you. Sorry. Talk to the insect life and maybe they will listen. Bees tend to. Have you noticed that? If you talk to a bee and say, could you like go somewhere else? They do. Flies on the other hand just think, oh, this is a bit of shit, I'll go and land on it. Something's going to get swatted in a minute, I'll tell you. Right. And we are... Anyway. My first instinct here. American style build. Big straight highway running through. No trees under the roads. Nice looking intersection. You know, I said I wasn't expecting much from this. I'm still not expecting much, but I've got slightly higher anticipations now. Right, so we've got... There's your start square. Which is... we have water. No, there's not much water on this map. Oh, if that's all there is. We can soon find out. Hang on to your hats. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, man. I was so excited. It's a green cloud. It's that fly. Right, okay. It's a green cloud. It's absolutely delightful. Perfectly flat. That's what we have. Resources. Told you there was lots of fertile. And fishing. If you've got Sunset Harbour, you want to do some fishing. That's what you have. Mostly just that little bit of yeah, that little lake. I know this is a waste of time, but let's have a little look for the transport links. Well, there are none. There's zip in the words of shipping or air routes, which is a bit disappointing. I'd like to see air routes. And then we come down here. There's no... Oh, there's a little bit of motion. Oh, hello. Have we got one spawn point? We just got one spawn point in there. But it's quite a hearty... Is that quite a hearty spawn point, or is that... Yeah, do you know what? That's... Apart from the drowned trees. Yes! They've got their trunks on. But, that's pretty strong. I think it's going to deal with quite a lot of sins. Bit of early map, flooding. A little bit of early map flooding. The solution to this, as a map maker, is run the simulation, let the water leave, save the map. That's all there is to it. And just make sure it's not ongoing. This is not ongoing. But at some point during their map making process, they had some flooding going on, and they haven't waited long enough for the flooding to disappear. We've got one long road running through the middle, which is, I'll say, pleasingly devoid of trees. Always find something good to say. This is very nice. The intersection is well, I kind of like it. We've got a bit of a jinky janky going on here. That's not a big problem in resolving. And I imagine this is where you start building over here. Just given the shapes. Also a bit of a jinky janky on here as well. I would say it's very clearly a hand-built intersection. and I'm very glad to see it. It's just shy of being excellent. Yeah, I applaud that. As for the rest of the map, there's really not that much to talk about. Let's just choose a random spot down here. There we go. That's basically the map. Wherever you go, over this way. There we go. See, there's an argument to say that this is perfect for gameplay because you've just got flat buildable space. You can do a big grid city and do whatever you like. But where's the inspiration? There's nothing, is there really? So yeah, it started off really well, and it just kind of tapered out. The further you go away from this, the less there is to talk about. But it's kind of like a big green cloud. I won't forget that. Right, let's let's go back to that. Come on, there we go. That's more like it. And I will drop the game down to desktop for one last time, and we'll load up the final map, and hopefully this will be the map to beat all maps. This will be the map to inspire my next map. Got to say, I was a little bit inspired by that one earlier with the wide river and the clunky ridges. Really liked the concept of that. It's just buzzing around in the back of the ear. If I do, if and when I make another map, if that's included, you can sort of like go, oh, I bet you got the idea from. I probably did. Probably did. Maybe I didn't. What's going on in the chat? Why did the tree go to the bottom of the lake to see the bottom? You're probably saying the wrong thing to flies. Doesn't it go something like, shoo fly, don't bother me? No, I do actually have some words, but I have to be aware there might actually be young viewers. I wonder who the young person... All right, okay. If you're watching this and you are aged under 30, just say me in the chat. I know we've got at least one. Yeah. What have we got? Good evening, Cake Boy. Good to have you along. Let's launch this game up again whilst... oh, don't you be faffy. Bear with me. So I'm being... the game is being a bit... There we are. Thank you. The game's let me in. Right, so... new game. Final one for the night. Make sure I've got the right one, which is this one. This is another real life location, another Chinese real life location. Again, I'm not expecting anything from this because we have 0 resources on this one. Always save the least likely great maps till the end of the show. Vanilla temperate theme. We've got a reasonable amount of water on this one, but 0 resources. And it's also... No, it's not called... Okay, right. So in Chinese, the actual map name in the new game menu is called New Map in Chinese. But that's not its actual name. Let's start this up. It's not its actual name. It is a real-life location in China. I won't say anything more than that so that we don't end up sending any unwanted hate, because that's not what we're here to do. Pop that one back to there so we're working. So yes, what can I tell you? What more have I got on this particular map? Is so real-life location, Chinese creator. It's their second map. Their first map was uploaded earlier the same day. So if this map turns out to be amazing, I will I don't know. I'll do some sort of random dare from the chat if this turns out to be amazing, but it's very unlikely. It was probably made in an hour, if that, or they spent weeks making it, uploaded a different map first, and then later the same day uploaded the same or this map. Right, so how many Microsoft employees does it take to change the light bulb? None. They've decided that darkness is a new default for light bulbs. Yeah, and they take 20 minutes to turn on. 29 is definitely still under 30. Bulletproof blouse. Good, 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 good. The real annoying guy, yes, I knew you definitely were. Well, actually, I didn't, actually. I was thinking of Random. I know Random's a baby. Big baby. Talented baby. But yeah, so we've got some youngsters under 30s. Ah, the children. We do this for the children. Would you believe I'm 28? That's my IQ, by the way. Anyway, right, let's do getting rid of that. I still don't know what's causing that. Probably will never ever find out. Right, so here we are. Without moving anything. Yeah, vintage, you are an old fart. Random, yes, yeah, absolutely. Let us know if you need changing, Random. Ah, the youngsters of today. The hope for the future. Right, we've got potential for something interesting without, again, just the first instinct once it's loaded in. Potential for this being something interesting. Again, real life locations, so might even be from a terrain map. Not seeing anything that suggests that it is, but could be. Alright, so we've got slightly pixelated rivers going on there. Again, for the 6th time today, we try and be kind in the comments, because this could be an 8-year-old, it could be somebody with learning difficulties, it could be somebody making their first map, they may have been drunk high, or it might even be your own mother. So we are going to try and be proactive, try and find something positive to say. We're not expecting these to be great maps. I think these creators know that they're not great maps. Or maybe they are great maps. I don't know. We don't know until we actually have a look at them. This has the same problem as one of the maps. In fact, we had 2 maps earlier where we haven't had any network connections into the start square. This is so it's half the maps tonight haven't had a connection to the start square, and one of them didn't have any land in the start square. Well, that was an impressive map. That was so good. It's an interesting little shape. If only we had a connection. And we're so close to having the connection. Look, we are so close to having that connection. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do it. So, right, so terrain heights. I think this is from the terrain height map, but it's been worked and chiseled, because you can obviously see the mountain shapes are really dramatic, very realistic. And then we've got perfectly flat land in the middle, which is, I mean, maybe that's because this is developed land and it is completely flattened in real life. But then we've got, like I say, some of these edges are just, they look like they've been hand chiseled away by the creator. So maybe it's a combination of being, a combination of being a real height map, and I don't know, I'm trying to get the words out. It's not quite working. It's getting late, and I am very tired. I've been tired for so long. At least the outside's not active at the moment, which is good. All right, okay. We knew there were no resources on this map, so we're just verifying that there. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map will look like this. And that's a nice little mix. That's all right. We should check for the shipping whilst we're here. We've got, I think they're thinking ferry routes are shipping routes. It's an easy mistake to make if you're new to the game. We have an outside connection for, yeah, we do. We have an outside connection for shipping there. Is this, come on. That doesn't actually, does that actually connect? I don't think it actually connects. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm not even fighting with it. I'm too tired. It's late. I've been up since silly o'clock. And I haven't had my supper yet either, for that matter. It's possible that I don't think we actually get any shipping through here. Let me, look, we will get this. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Come on. I think maybe it is actually. I think we've just got. Yeah, I think that does actually connect. There you go. That's the note I was trying to get. I take it back. I take it back. This slightly awkward looking connection here does actually connect. It's just awkward. So yeah, shipping routes do actually get around to the side of the map there. There you go. That was harder work than I thought it was going to be. Water flow in the start square. Where was the start square? It was somewhere. Oh, there we go. It was over here. There really isn't any. And it is feeding backwards because we don't have a spawn point in there, so it's being fed by the sea. So potential for a lot of sewage build up at the top there, but there is movement, I guess. So if you don't mind some sewage accruing up here, you can pump and draw into here. Well, these rivers here are a little bit pixelated and untidy. Yeah, but hey, what can we do? What can we do? Oh well, have I done the preset? I can't remember. I haven't. I take it back. There you go. Always looks better with a basic preset. That's the one I use for all the What's Map reviews, unless of course directed otherwise. So anyway, let's have a quick little bounce. Sorry, my bad. Can I get the didn't want that to happen. Sorry. We'll get that. We'll get there in a moment. Why are we... There we go. Got there in the end. My apologies. Highways are... Yeah, I mean, they're a bit clunky. To be expected from a lesser experienced creator who... I mean, remember, this was actually uploaded within a few hours of another map from them. For just a few hours work, this isn't too bad. For just a few hours work, maybe an hour's work. We've got this is closed off. Was this where was the shipping routes coming in? Well, shipping routes were coming in over there, weren't they? So I imagine that this city in real life, this is maybe an enclosed harbour or something. Sort of speculation, really, without calling up Google Earth. I mean, they've had a good go. They've had a good go. It's not polished. The mountains, I mean, if we were to load in a different theme, these would really pop. They're a strong shape. They've gone to some efforts. I applaud the efforts. This is... Do you know what? This week we've had some really interesting, a diverse mix of maps. Nothing outstanding. We had one that was borderline. One was borderline. I'm guessing this intersection here is based on real life, because why else would you squeeze one into that gap? That to me indicates that in real life there's an intersection right there to access the city builds, and so credit for that. But say that unfortunately the start square has no connection, so this would have to be, if we were rating it for gameplay, that would have to be a 1 star. If we move this tile here to here, then you've got something a bit different. Then you've got something a bit different. Right, let's see. Oh, we've got the old. There we go. Can we? I can't do that from in here. I apologise. Just ignore the porn bots. What can we do? I'm being raided by bots. Just ignore them. I will delete them in a moment. Or maybe I can do them now. Can we do that now? Hang on. On me second. Oh no. I was about to report. Boom. Well, there's a few of them in there. Just ignore them. We're all grown-ups. Just don't click the links to these idiots that think they can hijack somebody else's channel. I can take out a couple more of those. And maybe, there we go. And yeah, while we're here. It's obviously, they must make some money from somebody on these. Otherwise they wouldn't do it, would they? I know it's a bot, so it costs them nothing once it's all set up, but even so. Have I got rid of all of them? Is there one more there? That's good. I think I've got them all. If I haven't, I apologise, but there. Does reporting them stop them from sending messages? No, because they've just launched another fake account and another fake account, and it's you do what you can. You put up blocked words and hopefully stop them, but they'll find a way around them. Do I have a tutorial on themes and how to make one? I do not. I do not. It's not something I'm a specialist at, so rather than make a tutorial, if I make a tutorial, I at least like to know that I understand, if not an expert, I understand what I'm doing. I have tried making themes, but I wouldn't say that I was accomplished. Therefore, I leave that to somebody who's got better knowledge. It's as simple as it goes. There are some things, like say with the CSUR mod tutorial, I learnt that. And oh, thanks Dallas, thank you. Bringer of Fire is in the house. I'm not see you. Have you commented before? Sorry, I obviously 10 things all at once. Thank you so much, Dallas. Yeah, Dallas, a Bringer of Fire. If you're new, if you don't know anything about map creators or whatever, check out Bringer of Fire's workshop page. You will find just quality. There are no bad Bringer of Fire maps, and they are all excellent or very excellent, basically. Or we're just talking about one of the elite A-listers, and nobody would argue against. Nobody would argue against. In fact, have you now got was it 2 on the front page of the best all-time maps now? Was that right? Revelstoke, obviously, was it Valhalla that made it as well? I mean, it's well deserved. It's just so well deserved, and it's so hard to get on that front page because those maps that are right at the top, they've been there from the beginning. They've had so many upvotes so early on. Just to get anywhere near them at this late point in the game's development is just phenomenal, mind-blowing. Anyways, Mods would help us. Yeah, yeah, indeed. I need. Well, the thing is, if I appoint a couple of moderators, but you can't, they're not available for the stream. It's still a small channel. If I had 10,000 viewers at any given time, then it might be a different thing. But there's only 30 of us, so if I say don't click that link, then there's only 30 of you to listen to me. So we're all good. We are all good. Hi ZT, what's going on? I have no idea what's going on down there in the chat. Listen, happy families, everybody. Just happy families. Let's all have some fun. Anyway, that was the 6th of the maps that I had. I found this week off of the maps that have no thumbnails and no or very little description. It was, I would say, it was a rich week. We didn't find an exceptional map, but what we had was a real there were a real mixture of maps this week. Normally there's usually 2 or 3 which are just frankly, oh God, what are we doing here? But even the ones where we go, what are we doing here this week? There was stuff to look at and talk about and just appreciate, or shrug our shoulders at. I was quite taken by. Was it the second map? I think it was the second map. It's just there was a couple of things in that really caught my eye. So credit there. Anyway, I think what's the time? Oh, blimey, coming up towards 2 hours. We are about there. What we got? You downloaded last month's top 10 winner based purely on my review. That's a daring thing. The top 10. Well, that's viewer's choice. You're listening to the viewers of the show. It's not my ratings. I always recommend check the viewers' choice scores because that is more than just my opinion. My opinion has been known to be flawed once or twice. Don't tell anybody. And we all have opinions. So at least with the viewers' choice top 10, you are getting a mixture of opinions. And there we go. Thank the annoying guy. Thank you so much as well. I mean, generosity is just amazing. Thank you so much. River one was nice. Yes. Some material for an Anapu map. Yes. Whatever happened to Anapu? Are they okay? I don't remember seeing any comments from them lately. I hope they're all right. Anyway, yeah, it was a nice idea. I give some applause for that. Flawed opinions, indeed. Anyway, let's drop this back to the hack screen, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. I should share all that while we're still here. So yes, social medias are on the screen now, so you can follow along one way or another if you haven't already. I am going to make myself some dinner. It's 10 to 11 in the evening. I haven't even cooked myself, but I will do that. I need to do that. And then we've got tomorrow. What have we got in tomorrow's show? Let me have a little look. Reminder of what is coming up for you. Pops down there. Right, so we've got the Patreon voted map is second map up. It's quite a strong map, the second map tomorrow. First one, it's interesting. Always good to have interesting. Might manage to throw a pun in there or two as well. And then later on, we've got Friday's map, which again, we've got plenty to talk about, including a map maker we haven't reviewed for over 1,500 episodes. And so it's a bit of a treat. Bring them back. All for that. Anyway, I think we're about done. If anybody needs to say anything, do so now, because the stream, part 2 of the stream, thankfully it didn't crash a second time, will be ending within the next minute or so. So the stream is about 30 seconds behind. I'll keep an eye on the chat while I do the big wind down. So yeah, I've been BonBonB. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Everything that you do for me. We've got the island coming on Thursday night, where I'll be doing some more live build on Bonbon Island, a bit more of Bonneton. So do come and join me for that. I've no idea what I'm going to do in this week. I do know that I'll be putting some little fellows in those little rowing boats. I've grabbed the assets, a couple of Sven Berlin's beautiful sat prop citizens. We'll be sticking those in, but we're going to do some more than that. We can't just put some citizens and call it a 2-hour episode of like, oh well, there you go, some people in the rowing boats. So it's all good. See everybody saying good night. Yeah, everybody look after yourselves, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, appreciate them, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. And that's it. Well, thanks for everything. Yeah, everybody say goodbye. Thanks, everybody. You've been amazing. Thanks to Dallas and to the Real Annoying Guy for your donations. Really appreciated it. I just can't get my head around anybody these days. But you're all great. Love you all. Well, I'll say love you all. Not so much that real Shakespeare. That's a Shakespeare. Ooh, don't love him. I'll say him. I'm assuming you're a guy, because Shakespeare was a guy. I'm assuming people's genders again. I'm so old school. What's wrong with me? Getting old. Look at the grey. Look at this. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching and everything. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.